to our Pranamaya Kosha, or our energy body. We're going to be doing some movements with our arms to connect to our energy and using our breath to create a feeling of freedom, of movement of the energy in our body. We'll start out in a comfortable seat. I have myself sitting up on a bolster if you feel like you need a little bit of lift for your hips just to keep your back straight. Take your exhale, let your eyes close. And then once you settle into stillness, you're going to start to notice what you feel like right now. Do you feel any kind of tension or nervousness? Are you tired? Are you energized? Are you excited? What sort of feelings do you have at this moment? And then once you acknowledge them, make sure that you don't take that extra step into judging them or being harsh with yourself. If you are feeling tense or anxious, just notice that it's there. Don't have any sort of self-deprecating comments related to it. We'll take an inhale. We're going to start with the most basic sweeping movement, which is our sun breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. As we talked about the aura in our yoga board, we were thinking about the energy that extends outside of our body. This is the energy that's going to affect the other people around us. We want to make sure that we keep it really clear. Inhale, sweeping up, exhaling down. The next time that you inhale up, let the palms join. Bring the hands down. And we'll come into what's called our Prana mudra, where we're going to inhale, open, expand into that prana. Exhale, join the palms together, draw them back into the heart center. The heart is a space where we keep a lot of prana, a lot of that vital energy stored. And it is one of the main things that sustains our life in this body. When we do something strenuous, the heart starts to beat faster to give us the energy to do it. And when we're relaxed, the heart starts to slow down. It relaxes right along with us. So you can see that connection to our vital force and the heart space. One more breath. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, contracting. One more movement here for the arms to feel the connection to our breath and how that affects our energy. We're going to inhale, sweep the palms up, right about to the crown. As you exhale, turn the palms down, press down into the Apana energy. Inhale, Prana. Exhale, Apana. As you feel more connected to the arms moving with your breath, then you're going to start to pay more attention to what the diaphragm is doing. What we talked about in the other video was that as I'm inhaling, as my hands are lifting, my diaphragm is actually pulling down. There's a downward force in my inhale and my lift. Then when I reverse that, I'm going to exhale, push down with my hands, and my energy is settling, but the diaphragm is pushing up. There's these opposite forces at work there. Inhale, expanding the lungs, the diaphragm draws down, the belly expands. And as I exhale, the belly draws back, the diaphragm lifts, but connecting to a downward energy. It's an interesting way to create balance within your poses. Within your inhale, there's a lift and there's a grounding. Within your exhale, there's a grounding and there's a little bit of lift. And we have our last breath here. Joining the palms together, drawing them back into your heart. Bring your palms down onto the mat. We're going to start to move into our spiraling movements. If you were sitting on a prop, move that out to the side. And I'm going to show you this one sideways. We start out on hands and knees, drawing the belly in, creating a nice neutral sway in the back, natural alignment. Take your inhale, open your left arm up, follow it with your gaze. As you exhale, you're just going to scoop it underneath, reach to the opposite side of the room. Inhale, open. Exhale, scoop. A couple more breaths like that. You're rolling the spine open and close. Trying to get as much rotation as you can. And here's our last one. We inhale, exhale, scoop. Lower yourself down for a moment. Inhale the top arm open, circle your wrist. Circle your arm. And let your right palm drop down. Push yourself back up into table. Take a little side to side shake. Then we do the same thing on the other side. We open the right arm. Scoop it underneath, rotate, open and close. One more inhale, open. As you exhale, scoop underneath, lower down onto your shoulder for thread the needle. And then maybe you want to take the left arm up. You don't necessarily have to. If you like having that support, you can leave it on the mat. But if you're okay, take it up, circle your wrist, circle your shoulder. Kind of a half circle. Just a little fluid sweeping movement with the shoulder. Drop your left palm down, press yourself back up, give it a little shake, and we'll tuck the tail underneath or tuck the toes underneath. Lift yourself up into downward facing dog. Taking some movements there to settle yourself into it. Your right foot steps up in between the hands, high lunge. Now to increase our energy, we're going to take just a short round of breath of fire, which is pumping the belly and the diaphragm forward and back. Just a short round. Take your inhale, open your left arm up, scoop it underneath like you're hugging your right leg. One more breath like that. Inhale, open. Exhale, scoop underneath. Release the hand down. And then we're going to twist the other way. Leave your left hand down on the mat. Open your right arm so we have a closed twist. We're twisting toward our front leg. Circle your top wrist. Drop that arm down. As the arm drops down, drop your back knee. Take an inhale up into Anjane. Hands come down into the heart. Draw your lower belly in. If your lower back is uncomfortable at all, you're going to pull yourself out of your lunge a little bit. You're going to soften that. Inhale, expand the arms out to the sides, Prana mudra. Exhale, hands come into the heart. One more breath like that. Let your hands drop down. Tuck your back toes underneath and swing your right leg back. We'll go directly over to the left side. Left foot comes up. Settle into your lunge. Get your alignment just where you want it. And then we're going to sweep the right arm. We open the right arm. We roll it underneath like you're hugging your left leg. One more. Drop your right hand down. Take your left arm, open it up into your twist. It's a closed twist because we're twisting toward our bent knee. With the left arm up, start to circle your wrist a few times. Dropping your hand down, dropping your back knee down. Inhale up into your asana. And then drop the hands down to the heart. So for this one, we're going to pull the hips back slightly. We're going to come back to that hand movement, the gesture for Prana and Apana. We inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms press down. One more breath. Hands come into the heart, drop the hands all the way down. Tuck your back toes underneath, and then actually let's step up to the top of the mat. Soften your knees, take your inhale, expand up into mountain. We're going to come up to the front of the mat and bring our feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. We're going to do this upward scoop. So we're going to bend our knees and scoop down like you're picking up a big heavy ball. As you inhale, swing that up and over your head. Exhale, scoop down, grab that ball. Inhale, lift and throw it behind you. It's a connection to that lifting energy, that upward energy. One more. Scooping it back, and then joining the palms together, giving yourself a breath to notice what you feel like after that movement. Do you feel lighter and more lifted? Switching to the movement to connect to Apana, or the grounding energy, we're going to inhale the arms up, and as you exhale, hinging from your hips, pressing down to the floor. Soft knees expand out and up. Exhale, press down. So you'll notice that both movements have an upward and a downward movement to it. We have to go up to come down. We have to go down to come up. But we're just putting more emphasis on the exhale here. and feeling more connected to that downward movement. Letting it create a feeling of settling. And this is your last one. Inhaling up, pushing down, releasing into your forward bend. Bringing hands down onto the mat, softening the knees. We'll step one leg back, the other leg back, and then fold down into child's pose. Letting yourself stay there as long as you like. Breathing slowly and focusing on what your internal state feels like. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.